Our next guest went to American University and asked students about President Trump's border wall. The only problem is, it wasn't President Trump who said this.
Numerous times when I was a senator to spend money to build a barrier to try to prevent illegal immigrants from coming in.
Another quote: "We simply cannot allow people to pour into the United States undetected, undocumented, unchecked."
Quote, "Illegal immigration is wrong, plain and simple."
When you hear quotes like that, what's your reaction to them?
It's divisive. I think America is a land of opportunity, place for inclusion.
I just really think it's kind of hateful speech in general.
It's just a negative message. Like when he talks about like illegal immigrants, it's just one rude, like to talk about people like that.
What if I told you these were from Chuck Schumer, Barack Obama, and Hillary Clinton?
How about that?
Really?
Really?
Oh, wow.
So let's bring in Cabot Phillips, who was the one asking those questions in the video. He is the media director at campusreform.org. Cabot, were you surprised? They thought those were quotes from the president, right?
Sadly, I was not surprised, given how often we see this. I've been on over 100 college campuses with leadership institutes, campus reform. It's always the same thing. Students, they judge what they hear based not on the facts, not on the quotes themselves, not on the ideas, but based on who they think are saying those ideas, who's putting them forth. And isn't it funny? The left is now saying it's radical to want border security. Just a few years ago, they were all saying it's rational. It makes sense. It's now that President Trump is pushing it, though, they feel they have to oppose it. Some people call it Trump derangement syndrome. We see where young people, especially on college campuses, feel the second any idea is proposed to them, if it involves the word Donald Trump, they have to come out and say, I oppose this. It's the most racist, horrible thing I've ever heard, before actually listening. I think they probably made up their mind on his speech last night before actually listening to the merit of it as well. And that's how this radical environment happens. That's how this polarization happens, when people make up their mind on people and not on the actual issues.
So you think the Democrats, who were once for a barrier and now they're against it, they're only against it because they want to go against the president?
I think that plays a large part in it. When President Trump is pushing something, they many times oppose it before waiting to see what is actually in the proposal. And I think this also stems from the lack of rule of law. We don't ever teach rule of law to young people anymore. You walk into a college campus now, you're not going to hear people talking about the importance of defending our laws. And now we've taught that you can ignore certain laws, entire policies really, if they don't make you feel good.
Why was it important for you to go to the campus to do this? And what was the campus's reaction, the school's reaction?
I think it's important because we have to bring outside ideas. Universities and really all of America should be a marketplace of ideas where you hear both sides and make up your mind for yourself. That hasn't been happening on most universities. So that's why we do this at Campus Reform, to try and get people to think and have those light bulb moments. And the reception is not always great. At this university at American, we were kicked off campus. They came and said, you can't be here anymore. You need to leave. And it was a private university. So we acquiesced. On public universities, I don't think we would, be as quick to leave.
Cabot, thank you so much. More Fox and Friends coming up.